Hi friends, so here we are again with another chess match preview, and in this game we are gonna analyze the game and we'll try to learn something. I got a little bit views from the last one, so I'll try to be better in this video. So let's start. I started this game with of course e4. It's the most conventional opening in chess, and as well as you can play also d4, or sometimes you can play the nimso large Indian attack, or you can play King's Indian defense like this and this. Yeah. So my opponent played e5. In the beginner and the higher level chesses with response of e4, they always play like e5 or c5. c6 is also a defense that is known as Caro-Kann defense. I replied with Vienna move, and my opponent plays c6. It's not the conventional move here. Opponent basically can copy my move, or he can attack or can copy my move, or some play moves like d4 is not a good move at all. Or this one. And I played the move. I tried to play this Vienna gambit line, though here this gambit line is a little bit ridiculous, as the queen can come in h4 and then it will be a check, and actually there's no piece for me to guard in this squares, so my king have to be moved. Or if I move this g pawn here to g3, then it will occur a different situation. So let's take a look about it. As you can see that it's a not good move also, but this is quite good for black. Yeah, so let's go back into our moves. I played this one and my opponent took the pawn, and of course it is the best move here. And I developed the knight. I developed this move is quite important here, because we don't want this queen to arrive in h4 and to check us. So let's get into it. Why they are teaching us? I don't want stockfish to teach us. It's the interface here. I can't move the interface, but I don't want it. Auto play moves now. So bar, yes. Best move, nope. We don't want that. So my opponent played queen to f6, and it's a mistake. And why it's a mistake, I actually don't know, and I don't want to know too. We are not that much of smart, and as a 1000 level player I also can't explain you, but what I knew is that in this position d4 is the best move here, because in chess we have to take control of these four squares and not this one. These four squares are the most important for our chess. So, and here I have a good position control of positioning in these four squares. My knights are also helping me. As you can see that this knight, of course, and this one, and my bishops are ready to here, and here my opponent is just trying to protect this pawn and moving his queen, and early queen moves aren't that much good, as it can be a target easily. And my opponent played bishop to b4, and I played e5. So I gain a tempo, and my opponent also tried to gain a tempo by playing queen to f5, and here I played bishop to d3. And here you can see why should we not play early queen moves, that because of these early queens moves can be really problematic in our early situations, right? Opponent just can target our queen and play a lot of tempo moves, and just can improve his position a little bit better, and of course then you are gonna far behind in the development, so your attack will not rise and he's gonna crush us. So here I castled, and castling king side of course was a little bit bold for us 1000 level players, because the queen is here, right? The queen is just 2 squares far away from the king. The situation is quite dangerous, but I felt it's good for me. And here my opponent captured this knight, because he wanted to destroy my pawn structure here, and I had to. And of course it was the only move here. He developed his knight and tried to castle, and again here I attacked his queen, and he played queen to g3. It's not the good move here. It's not that much of good, right? he should have played queen to h5, and then he should try to attack maybe with his g pawn and his f and h pawns, because he isn't committed in king side, but I committed in king side. And actually I didn't know what to play here, so I just played this knight move, right? This knight move doesn't have any purpose, though while playing I thought now I am winning this pawn guaranteedly, because both of my bishops and my rooks are attacking this pawn. So I just played it. As you can see that I thought for a little bit time, but I didn't find any pattern. And here my opponent played g5 by protecting this pawn, and here I attacked the queen, right? So he played queen move here, and as you can see that his queen is just moving here and there without any purpose. The queen has nothing to do here, right? Because this square is protected and everything everything here is protected, so the queen can't do anything, and the queen can't reach in this square, in e2 also. But so he has to move it, and then I played queen to f1. It also have no purpose and nothing to attack here. Once a moment I thought that I can sacrifice my bishop. I just thought that, and while recapturing I will recapture with the rook, then I will get a tempo and I will capture this pawn. It was my thoughts, and my opponent prevented that by playing knight to d5, and so here I can't play this. But as you can see that Stockfish thinks it's a mistake, right? And this is like 4.5, and here my opponent is up a pawn, but Stockfish is like I am up plus 4.4. But while playing, of course, I don't have the evaluation bar, and being a 1000 level player, the position is totally equal for me, and I know nothing about chess. So do you, I think. And here the best move for this was just to attack the center, but that didn't happen, and I attacked the knight. He moved it, and here I sacrificed my bishop. Of course it was an unnecessary sacrifice, but I did it because I also know nothing about chess, and I recaptured, gained the tempo, attacked the king. And of course the king move was also a mistake. I request you guys to count the mistakes in the game. Like Stockfish in every move is like, it's a mistake, you know nothing about chess, you both are fool, you shouldn't play chess, you should play carom. And of course here the best move was to retreat the queen and to secure the squad, that I can't infiltrate here, because if the queen gets in his files, in 7th or 8 files, it will gonna be dangerous. You can see here. So it was the position, and I was quite winning. I also thought that I was winning, but I didn't find the move, and as you can see that this was the miss here. It was the position when it was nearly equal. All of my positive sides are gone here. It was like plus 7.9, plus 8. With his upper pawn, like it's like I am up a queen, right? It means I have 2 queens in the board, but actually I didn't though. And here it was the miss. It was the only miss in this game. I should have thought for a little longer, right? I thought for, as you can see, 6 seconds, but I couldn't find anything, and he also missed here, right? Here my opponent also thought for 5 minutes, but he get nothing and just played this move. I guess he played this move to hide his king in this corner, and he thought that it would be safe. But I was ready for the move, and of course here queen to d6 is dangerous, and I just played it. By playing queen to d6, we are restricting this hiding corner, and without hiding the king can't be safe, right? So he have to move his king right to this d8 square or b6. In both these files I'm gonna attack the king, as I already sacrificed my bishop, so I have to attack. I can't just take a rest or take a nap here because he's up a bishop. So in the end games I'll definitely lose. So the king moved here. I pinned the knight here. Of course I have there's nothing to do. I thought that if doesn't happen anything, then I'll play like pawn to a3 and will capture this knight. So I will be up 2 pawns that I got for my bishop. he give me a check. Of course, to check your opponent is always the best move here, and even sometimes check is better than the captured ones, because after the check your opponent have to move his king, and then you will get some extra compensations. But of course you should think about it and shouldn't lose your piece here. I moved my king here to h1. Of course I'll never gonna play like king to f1, because then it will give him some time and some extra tempos. Of course I was not gonna do it, and he plays rook to b8, and I don't know why man. He should have played, like, I guess here knight to c7 to upbring this pawn and to hide this king. So let's see what our Stockfish thinks. These computers or what? Are they weird or are they mad? Stockfish just want the king just to be in my territory, and it's just unafraid, right? Oh, because when the king is in a5, like, I have no check. Yeah, as you can see, in this position I have no check, because all of these squares are just protected. Wow. However, I attacked our pinned knight. He grabbed the pawn, and it was the blunder of a queen. Right? So you guys shouldn't play these one movers. While playing, you have to keep attention that the chess game is not like dice, right? So you have to admire your opponent's move, and you just can't think that this is a pawn and I will take it. Like, it's like me see pawn, me attack pawn, me grab pawn, and there's nothing. Guys, don't be selfish. Just think for your opponent too. That what your opponent gonna do here. He just, what, I don't know. And even it. So my opponent took 4 seconds to just grab a pawn that is totally defended by my queen, and while taking this pawn, it's a check. So, and my opponent blocked my check with his pawn. I checked here. I need to give this check because I have to block these two squares and want this king in my territory so that I can checkmate it. I did it. So this was the only legal move. If he was ChatGPT, then it would be something else, or this queen would be a black queen here, or even this king can be the black king, so that I don't have any king to protect. And this was check. He grabbed it with this knight, and I grabbed this pawn, and as in this position I saw the mate in 3. I swear that I saw this mate in 3, and of course it's mate in 1, right? It's an easy mate in 1, but I just wanted to show him my qualities and wanted to give this checkmate here by rook. As you know, that's checkmating with some minor pieces like rooks, knights, or I don't have any bishop. Yes, I have a bishop. With these bishops are quite satisfying than the queen, because we lower rated players think that it's our best quality to checkmate him, though it was the game here. And I'll show that in this game Stockfish thinks that I am 1200 rated, that I am in rapid games, so it was quite a moderate game here. We know a lot here. If you guys think this is useful, please like and share and subscribe. Over and out.